Hello dear friends, Ingrid here from Open Journey. I hope you're having a wonderful Advent so far. I want to show you a glimpse in the journaling process for one of the Advent entries using the Domino kit and the cards, his name cards, the 33 names of Jesus in the Bible. And also I'm using one of the word focus cards, veil. I have it veiled for that purpose. This I used the glassine envelope that the die cuts for Wait for the Lord are in, and because it has this stamp impression. This stamp comes with the stamp set in the Wait for the Lord kit, and I still love it so much. Well, the look of it is beautiful, but the meaning, I'm not sure if you know, it's kind of hard to read. It reads, it's a combination of two Bible verses. It reads, this is Psalm 110, arrayed in holy splendor from the womb of dawn, and kind of overlaps with, now I know in part, then we shall see you face to face, from 1 Corinthians 13:12, I think. I'm not quite sure, but I think that's what it is. So every time I see, even when I see this stamp, stamped somewhere, it's just, I still get butterflies in my stomach. It's such a beautiful meaning, behind it. So I'm gonna use that because it really talks about revelation, and these all tie in so beautifully. For example, bridegroom, you think of bride, wedding, revealing, unveiling the bride. That's why I'm using a veil, and everything just is so connected in such a beautiful way. So I'm gonna focus on that. And also I have a lacy, kind of lacy stuff, thinking of weddings and brides and such. And I want to do kind of a lace impression on the black here. And I was thinking of using a jelly plate, or at least I'm going to give it a try. If it doesn't turn out, it doesn't turn out. Otherwise, I can use impressions from different lacy pieces I have around. So we'll give that a try. So I'm gonna bring the jelly plate and we'll see how. I'm gonna take this off. I kind of made the temporary arrangement of what I was thinking, but I do want a background for this. So let's get started. All right, before doing the jelly plate, we might not even get to that. I want to try to just put some white acrylic on the lace itself and make an impression with that and see how it looks like. I have here kind of a separated painter's palette, which is cool because I'm gonna ink on one. I'm gonna put paint on one side. I'm gonna put my lace on the other side, so it kind of keeps it separate. I like this. I'm gonna give this a try. This is from, I don't know what it's from. It's probably from one of the stores, either Joanne or well, most probably Joanne Fabrics, I would think. So I'm gonna ink this. Probably a brush would work better, or just spread this on here. I'm gonna do this. I'll spread it on here and pick up. I think this would be the best. You know what I'm gonna use? Use a piece of carbon paper. Not because it's carbon paper necessarily, it's just black. It's the only black handy paper I have here. Maybe no, I thought it's gonna make some cool impression on here, but it didn't. So let's see. this will do anything. I'm just playing on this. Again. I don't know if it did anything. Oh, we have some. That's kind of interesting. But I wanted a more, I definitely wanted a more defined impression. So I'm gonna try it again. So let's try again with a different one. It would have been cool and smart if I would have made an impression of what's on here, right? I already dripped some paint on there. This is it's kind of getting messy. Let's try it anyway. Let's try it. See what happens if I do this. So maybe if this turns out, probably the jelly plate will be the best. Yeah, it's a little bit better. But still not really what I was going for. So I'm just gonna spread this on here. This is very pretty. I'll put that there. Let's give this a try. Right? Should have had everything handy here, but I don't. So yeah, this is better. This is what kind of I had in mind. So a little bit more ink, more ink. I keep calling it ink. More acrylic. Like it should be really saturated. I like that. This is a second. So I wonder how is this gonna look. I think it would look beautiful. Okay. So I was just trying things. This is, I have a second journal in which I just test things. So now I'm gonna try it here. I'm gonna do this one more time. And I would really like to collect what's there. That impression is cool. Oh, very heavy though. Okay, so let's add more white acrylic. Alright. So looks like this. I'll take it off. Cool. I got my lacy. I'm gonna do another impression here. Nice impression on my hand. Cool. So I arranged these elements back here over the lace impression I just did earlier. I have the Word Focus card veil. It's from the Word Focus 2 pack. And I just arranged here some lace and different pieces of fabric to see how this would look like, and I kind of like it. I would like to have the something like this running through it down, and I think I will just use this. This is a sticker, so I might just cut it and kind of piece it together and see how that would look like. And for this, for the veil card, see these 8x4 stickers work perfectly for this. They're the same size. So I would like to, and then just leave room, cut out or rip the room for the words. I think that would be really cool to apply that there. Now it's beautiful if you're wondering what's the connection between bridegroom and veil, and it's beautiful because if you look at in Revelation, the word and you probably heard it in movies and such, apocalypse, that actually comes from apocalypsis or apocalypto, which means unveiling. So the apocalypse, you know, has such a kind of terminal connotation, bad connotation, but actually it means, you know, unveiling of the bride. So that's where it's veil. So it comes from apo and kalupto, which means taking off the cover. So unveiling of the bride at the end of times. We are the bride, Jesus is the bridegroom, so these all connect, right? Right now everything is veiled, and there are beautiful references for veil, even in 1 Peter 4:13, but enjoy inasmuch as you participate in the sufferings of Christ, so that you may be overjoyed when his glory is revealed. So revealed is that word apocalypto or apocalypsis. So here I have veil, but I'm talking about unveiling. So right now, and just as the stamp here says, you know, right now, nothing is really unveiled, but at the end of times, everything will be unveiled, will be revealed. And, you know, many of the current events, I think they just, you know, are part of unveiling of hearts. So I think this would work very well here. So I'm going to cut this out. I'm looking where to cut. So I'm going to take all these elements off that I was playing with. And we'll see. This element is from Road to Emmaus, which would work. Even the lilies from Road to Emmaus would work great in this. Here I'm just gonna rip because I'm not sure I'm gonna use this. And then just gonna follow one of these wavy lines. Gonna rip it from there. Definitely do not want straight edges. Let's see. And this you can reprint if you need more of those lines, more of this image. If you get the digital version as well, you can surely print out more. I'm just gonna play with the elements a little bit, see how this is gonna go. I have this very straight line here, which I do not want. I'm gonna do this. Get rid of that edge. Yeah, I love this. All these colors, they're so beautiful. I can continue like this. I can kind of mask that. And I wasn't sure if I have another one of those printouts on hand. I do. So you can print this out many times on your sticker paper of choice. Just white label. And play with it. Let me see exactly what I'm gonna do here, how much I have to cover. I thought this will go here. Yeah, I think this would be cool. It will look beautiful. Kind of light flowing down. I want to see where I have to cut this to match. Yeah, actually, I think that's working pretty well. So yeah, that's pretty good. Cool. It's beautiful. I'll just trim those little corners to match the card. I have a slight white border, but you can touch it up with any kind of an ink pad or something like that. So I think this card is very pretty like that. I didn't know if I want to make a little pocket here to add something in the pocket. That's why I kept this flap. I'll see later if I'm gonna put anything there or not. Veil. Alright. So this is where I am right now. I think this is what the sticker that I'm gonna lay down there, and I'm gonna have to remove these the stickers, and in the meantime I sprayed a piece of this white lace with distress inks, and I just laid it here on a piece of paper like this, and I sprayed it with Mermaid Lagoon distress spray. It made such a beautiful impression on the paper I was using, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use that at some point, because I wanted something blue over here. So I'm gonna just remove these, put them aside so I can adhere that part, and Probably gonna add a little bit of blues on here as well. I'm sure it's gonna be okay. And I was thinking that even if I don't match up exactly, I can come with paint and add the same pattern that I had. Just assume this was, I don't even know if this went like this. And the big one was here. Okay. All right. Fold that part over. It doesn't bother the other side. So I will just glue this together. And then add the rest of the pieces. So there's a beautiful connection between all these words. I'm trying to rough it up a little bit. Okay. So it's beautiful when you do all this work to kind of ponder over the Bible verse, the meaning of all these, the connections. It's so beautiful. I think this is what fascinated me about Bible journaling, is the multisensory tasks involved in, you know, this Bible study. Is so interesting, and it definitely aids learning. And we absorb the Word of God on multiple levels. And it's like pretty awesome. I'm gonna add these two there. So now when you're gonna hear the word apocalypse, you will know that it comes from apocalypto, which means to take off the cover, to take off a veil, a covering. And anacalypto means to unveil. So apocalypto, apocalypse, has actually a very, very cool meaning. Unveiling of the bride, unveiling of hearts, unveiling of everything, really. So this is a pretty complex subject to meditate upon. So I think this went here. I can definitely put it there. Often I make actually too many connections when studying, keep digging further and further, and then I end up with, you know, 5 Bible verses, and I have to kind of reduce it to 1. But you can make, I usually make notes of this, you know, of all the connections and the various thoughts. I'm probably gonna write on the back of this card. I'm gonna put glue on this too, so I have that set as well, the word focus card. And I'm working on a 3rd set of word focus cards, because, you know, I keep running into words that I study, and I want to pull out the card, and then it's like, oh, I don't have a card for these words. So I have a whole list of at least another 40 set. So I'm looking forward to work on that and have the word focus 3 ready. probably in January. That's exciting. And other projects I'm working on are, of course, the Lent kit. And another kit which is really complex. It's really big. It's getting bigger and bigger. More I think about it, and it's just it's about the kingdom of God. I think it's gonna be called the kingdom, and that's a subject very, very close to my heart. I'm very passionate about it. So I think that's gonna be the next kit, if I have time to do that. If not, the next kit will be the Lent kit, but hopefully I'll be able to. So I know I'm gonna use that there, so I'm gonna glue it down now. So beautiful. I thought I just had it. All these beautiful layers, right? Just so beautiful. All right, so we have that done, so I don't have to kind of rethink it every time I move it. I'm going to add this blue piece of lace there. Well, these washi strips are so useful and so pretty little color accents. I love them. And also for practical purposes, if you want to hinge a piece of paper or just a deer or something. I like to finish this element here. Yeah, I think I should have used glue. I'm not happy with that staple there, but I think it's gonna get covered up anyway. So it's problem solved. All right. Now I will just add, I can just safely remove these, put them to the side, and add some blues over here. Just adding a little bit of color here. A bit of the Mermaid Lagoon Distress Oxide Spray. I'm going to use the tumble glass as well. It's a lighter blue. This paper is very absorbent, so it gets absorbed like pretty fast, but also you won't have a very vivid color left either. So you could opt to speckle with acrylics as well, if the oxide gets absorbed too much into the. This is acrylic paint that I just used to paint there. A little bit more acrylic here. I will dry this and then see how it looks with the other elements. I'll add a few speckles to this card as well. It kind of ties in with everything. I really like how this part turned out. It's ripped like that. Looks very natural. So here everything is dry. I think this is the finalized page. I did add some notes on the back of my word focus card, and I have I do have more notes that will be tucked in the back here, because I don't want to lose my research I did. So that's gonna be in the back. I'm gonna add a little pocket there for the additional notes. I think this is it. I hope you enjoyed the process video, and I hope you're enjoying the his name cards. They're so beautiful to study and to make all these amazing connections, which just pretty much just strengthen our faith and make this journey so exciting. It's truly an adventure, and it's Advent, so you know, let the adventure begin. I hope you're having a great Advent. Again, we were working with the word focus cards too, and the In Domino, I lost my cover, In Domino ID, In Domino Finding Our Identity Through Christ kit, and the cards, his name cards that are designed to go with the In Domino kit. Thank you, and have a beautiful and blessed Advent. Merry Christmas, and